Hi, this is your host. Vultures are widely feared and reviled, but they play a crucial role in nature. They're actually so important that you could say that they're nature's most important cleanup crew. So why are these birds so vital to our planet? Well, it's because of what they eat. In every ecosystem around the world, from mountains to deserts and everywhere in between, there is a constant cycle of life and death. And when one animal dies, its body doesn't just disappear, it decomposes. As it breaks down, the corpse releases chemicals that can be toxic to other animals. And if those toxins aren't neutralized or cleaned up, they can poison an entire ecosystem. That's where vultures come in. As nature's scavengers, vultures feed on dead animals, and their partially digested stomach acids help break down the toxins released during decomposition. By consuming these carcasses, they prevent the spread of disease. Without vultures, dead animals would pile up, and the world would be a much more dangerous place. But why are vultures so good at cleaning up dead animals? One reason is that they're nature's ultimate opportunists. When a vulture smells the scent of a dead animal, it will do almost anything to get to it first. They'll travel hundreds of miles each day, soaring high above the ground to scan the landscape for food. Vultures also have excellent night vision, which means that they can find carcasses hidden under the cover of darkness. And they're not choosy eaters either. They'll eat almost any dead animal, no matter how big or small. Even venomous snakes and diseased animals that other predators avoid. And when a vulture finds a carcass, it will often fight tooth and nail to protect it from other scavengers, like hyenas and foxes. Vultures typically feed in groups, and this helps them defend their food from predators. They're also surprisingly fierce and will attack anything that invades their space. For example, when a black bear approached a mother and her eaglet, the vulture swooped down and aggressively dive-bombed the bear until it retreated. Of course, sometimes other animals win the fight for the carcass, and then the vultures will simply wait until the other animals are done eating, and then they swoop in and clean up the leftovers. But sometimes vultures aren't even fast enough to get the scraps. For example, in Yellowstone National Park, a group of feral dogs has been stealing the vultures' food. These dogs descend on carcasses in packs and chase the vultures away. The dogs not only steal the vultures' food, but they also tear the carcasses apart and leave the organs and other uneaten bits of meat scattered around the forest floor. This not only makes the cleanup process more difficult for the vultures, but it also means that some of the meat goes to waste. And that's bad news, because even the smallest piece of meat can contain dangerous levels of bacteria. To make matters worse, the dogs are resistant to the toxins in the meat, so they can eat the carcasses without getting sick. The only animals that are immune to these toxins are vultures and other scavengers like beetles and foxes, but the foxes don't always stick around long enough to finish the job. Sometimes they have to leave the carcass behind because of a lack of available den sites, which means that once again, it's up to the vultures to clean up the mess. So not only are vultures essential to our planet's health, but they also play an important role in controlling diseases that could potentially harm humans. Vultures can pick up diseases while scavenging, but their powerful immune systems help them quickly fight off most illnesses. And this gives them another advantage over other scavengers, like foxes, who often become too weak to hunt and then starve to death. So despite their importance, vultures are still killed and captured for use in traditional medicine. In some countries, people believe that vulture parts can be used to treat asthma and joint pain. But there's no scientific evidence that these products are effective, and they're often made from endangered species. Luckily, there are organizations working to protect vultures and raise awareness about their importance. One organization rescues and rehabilitates injured vultures and releases them back into the wild. Another organization works with farmers to provide them with more effective ways to protect their livestock from predators, which reduces the number of carcasses that vultures have to scavenge. So next time you see a vulture, don't be afraid. Be grateful that they're out there doing the hard work of cleaning up our planet, so that we can all live a little more cleanly. That's all for now. See you next time.